The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Jets. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Outside. Mike, 54's Mike. Check. 80. Block 54. You.
On first down, it's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Watch the shift. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Darnold from the gun. He finds his target. It's Crowder. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe, defense. Check 4.
This is Kelly. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Check out. Red 80. Red 80.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check, check.
They run. It's Gurley. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Here's Darnold, flush to his right. The ball comes out, and this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on fourth down, a change of possession anyway. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Mike 54. Get that quarterback.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 54. It's coming this way. Come lady. Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 50. Hey, Haywood. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5.
From his own goal line, Darnold. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check, 43.
On second down, it's Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Here's Matt Bosher now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, L.A. 63 yards on a punt return score as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So that is how we get our first points here in quarter number 2 on the punt return.
Both teams were seeking the momentum that comes from the first score of the game. But when it comes on a special teams play, a punt return, I think that's extra momentum. And now I wonder if they just roll it forward and maybe don't just kick the extra point, but possibly go for 2.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
It's caught by Herndon. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the run, it's Kelly. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, the offensive line has to block them first.
And Darnold, he lost the football.
Plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
Well, that was their third sack of the ball game, second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. Taking it about the 36. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Go, go, go. Check, check.
On first down, it's Gurley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 44 to Mike. Rip it. Let's go, let's go. Football to Mike.
Smith. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
We play and win. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. On the delay, it's Kelly. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Safety's creeping. Eyes up, eyes up, eyes up.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On first down, it's Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley on the stop there defensively. Marcus May with the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 25 on second down, Smith. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. This is Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. On the catch, it's Crowder. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring Bad Eddie. Shit. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Eddie. It's a party now. It's a party. Hey, Charlie. 43's the mic. Here we go. 45.
Darnold. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Play action. It's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A gain of 12 brings up 3rd down and 8.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And there he goes again. Touchdown, L.A. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. So how about the game he's having? He had the punt return earlier for a touchdown. Now the kick return to balance things out.
And oftentimes, guys who are on punt return and kickoff return, many of them are the same guys. And they're devoted to a return guy who can break big plays. And when that happens and they know it's there, they're going to block that much harder and be that much more skillful as well as utilizing his talents, and this is what you get. Punt return, kick return, a huge game.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Darnold now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run with Kelly. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Darnold now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, Echo. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, pick your game up. Lady. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Here's Darnold. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Faking the give, Darnold. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Barrios complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 28. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st down, Darnold. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Samson Abukum able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Oh, lady. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 31's the mic. Here we go, here we go.
To try again after the sack. Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Ready? 31's the mic. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Now Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Our time. It's our time. 44, Mike, 44. I got you. 44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. Hey, they scared. 44 is the Mike. 44.
To throw again, Smith.
Don't get nervous.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I got you, boy. Zoom. 44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. I got it.
To throw is Smith. Forced out to his left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Gurley with a little bit of an opening there as he's able to get 5 on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
That's it. 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash. 57. Mike, 57. It's a party now.
Now Smith. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And Elliott puts this one through. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw, Darnold. That's caught by Kelly. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. They'll drop the throw. Setting up the screen to Kelly. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.